Hello everybody, S Monty Gaming here, and I'm going to show you the most OP way to go from Count to Emperor in just 18 in-game years without ever raising an army or even calling an ally to war. Now, I'm positive it can be done a bit faster than what I've done, given I started under a Duke and had some setbacks, but I felt it was worthy of sharing, so let's go through the strategy. First, we'll want a ruler old enough to have at least the full perk tree filled out. As you can see, Count Hendrik here has an intrigue focus, but it's the seduction tree. We'll reset that later because we want to fill out the schemer tree, and since we'll gain a level of stress, I'll make sure we have thriving in chaos when doing so. So here's why we'll want to fill out the schemer tree. We get truth is relative. This allows us to fabricate hook, and if you can fabricate on key individuals, you can have successful schemes. Honorable mention to digging for dirt, as truth is relative also allows your spy master to uncover hooks, thus increasing its speed means more potential agents. Most important to our strategy though is Kidnapper. This scheme allows you to jail a target, and if that target just so happens to be a ruler you're at war with, that's an instant 100% war score in your favor. All this leads up to the schemer trait, which though might not be 100% necessary, it offers some scheme power, which will speed up your schemes. Now, we can't accomplish our fast rise to Emperor without one little perk from the Stewardship Lifestyle. It's in the first row and it's called Meritocracy. This enables you to use the hostile scheme Claim Throne, which on success grants your character a pressed claim on the titles of your liege. I'm thinking we may grab Golden Obligations, as we should be accumulating a bunch of hooks, and this will let us sell the unnecessary ones for potential bribe money. First, I want to grab Meritocracy, so we're going to have to go Stewardship. I'm not sure the focus choice matters so much here, so we'll just go with the one with the largest bonus for now. With a quick look at our wife, it's clear that we have a showstopper, but her skills are mediocre at best. Let's just say a rising emperor is going to need the best of both worlds, and killing her right now doesn't appear to be an option. She'll have to do for now. And just like that, with the gain of a perk, our story begins. One simple teaching of stewardship that will shake the Holy Roman Empire to its core. Before we start our scheming though, I want to get my intrigue points out of the seducer tree and over to the schemer tree. Changing lifestyle is going to be on cooldown for about 1.5 years from now, so we'll have to stay with our focus for just a bit longer and then get to work. We've finished up paying our dues to the Stewardship Lifestyle, and now it's time to jump back into our real passion, Intrigue. I think the only choice here is Skullduggery, as we have no use for the fertility and attraction stuff in the seducer tree. Sorry ladies, you're gonna have to wait. Our plans are a little bit more sinister, so the +10 to agent acceptance will be perfect for where we're going with this playthrough. I really want to wait for at least one more point in Intrigue before we reset. That way we can pick up all the schemer tree perks and simultaneously get thriving in chaos. I'm not usually a min-maxer, but this just feels like the right call. Now, with that out of the way, let's start working on our claim. Duchess Wiltrudis, you've been a lovely ruler, but sooner or later, accounts gotta rise up. So let's start scheming. 90% seems like pretty good success chance, even without the schemer bonuses, so I'm thinking this is going to be pretty simple. Ah, yes, look at that. The Duchess is finally seeing our responsibility and dedication to this throne. I love it when a plan is finally coming together. Now just a little more progress and we'll be able to convince her of our totally legitimate claim to the duchy. And of course, one step closer to becoming emperor. Okay, this might not have been necessary, but the time has finally come where we can move over to becoming a schemer. What we're going to do here is reset, get thriving chaos, and then move all of the other perks over into the schemer tree and finish that one out. Of course, we'll get all the fun stuff that comes with it. We'll be able to get 2 schemes at once and all of the power. With this, now's the time to start gathering hooks on characters within our liege's realm. We're going to use our spy master because they'll uncover some hooks, but most importantly, we'll have the fabricate hook scheme and we'll start running that on close family members and court members as well. This is going to ultimately allow us to force some agents and execute our abductions once we're ready. Oh, come on, she died. All of that progress, gone. Well, it's too late to turn back now, so let's see who's next. I see another lady of power, Duchess Gertrude. Well, it's a pleasure we finally meet. Very impressive that a child sits atop such a lovely throne. It would be quite the shame if something were to happen to it. Another 90% chance. Now, I want to say, as long as she doesn't die, we should have this claim. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and let this scheme finish. Haha! It was a long road and hard work, but I'm finally able to convince a child she is nothing more than a pretender to the throne, and that I shall be the Duchess? Okay, the Duke, yes. Well, what do you know? You're a child anyway. Now that she knows my claim is totally legitimate, it's time to arrange her timely disappearance. Whilst that's underway, we'll start looking upstream and sneaking around the court of the Emperor. I'm sure we'll find some dirty secrets that we can use for blackmail, and that's going to ultimately help us get on the throne ourselves, of course. Now for the cheesy part of the strategy. As you can see, we're just about done with our abduction scheme, and we can declare war on the Duchess, which is exactly what we're going to do. If we've timed it correctly, we should just about end the war as soon as it started. See that? Worked beautifully. I'm sorry, Duchess, but as it is stated, you are now my prisoner, and you must yield to my demands. So be it. All hail the almighty Duke Hendrik Lambrechtsen. With such a peaceful rise to power, I believe a celebration is in order. The wife's been complaining about the lack of fun around here. How about you take a little walk? I hear the woods are beautiful this time of year. Oh yes, mind the thugs. With 60 years on this earth, I feel we really know what we want in a spouse. We want a real partner in crime. You, ma'am, lovely Intrigue. It has come to my attention that you may possess the skills needed to assist me in my journey. And given you understand the nuances of a lifestyle of intrigue, you shall accompany me to the Emperor's throne. So with our trophy wife at hand, I've got my agents working on the Empire's claim. In the interim, we'll mess around with the court. I think we're going to take a look at the current Empress to see if we could get some dirt on her. She'll definitely be useful for when we press our totally legitimate claims. Well, what do you know? That was just a little bit too easy, it seems. I had a bunch of jugglers storm into her room as she was changing. Think of how the rumor mills will churn if they get a load of this. We can keep this little secret between us, of course, for a favor. And here it is. Excuse me, Emperor. Due to some very obscure dynastic marriages, it can be proven beyond reasonable doubt that I, Duke Hendrik, am the rightful heir to the Holy Roman Empire. Now that it is known that we are totally legitimate heirs to the Emperor's titles, it's time to set up a convenient disappearance for this pretender. Empress, remember that favor I was telling you about? Wow, I've really outdone myself. Despite the Emperor's uncovering of my plans, I still have a 95% shot at success. Granted, I've already convinced most of his colleagues to aid me in his abduction, and his wife is on board unconditionally since we caught her naked with our jugglers. It's simply a matter of waiting until the scheme is about to fire, and then we declare our war. Naturally, we won't be using any violence this time either. As you can see, our timing is impeccable. A war declaration to press our claim to the Empire and an almost instantaneous abduction of said Emperor, and we've gained 100% war score. This was a mostly violence-free journey to the top, and in just 18 in-game years, without lifting a sword, we've managed to go from Count to Emperor using totally legitimate game mechanics. It was a lot of fun, and clearly you can see the abduction scheme is absolutely broken. Combine that with Claim Throne, and you're just in ridiculous territory. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button. It helps grow the channel and lets me know you guys are digging this, so see you.